everyone.
I do.
Welcome to a new thing that doesn't have a name yet.
No, we're about to decide that name. We've got two in mind, so we're going to flip a coin.
What did you want?
The bearded opinion.
That was it. And I wanted men talking badly. So we've got a coin.
Heads for my decision.
You want heads because of the beard on the face, yeah?
And we're not going to be filming this neither.
Nah, I can't be arsed.
Okay.
Right. I'll move out the way. Okay.
Oh, that was the worst flip ever. Give it to me, you girl.
you can't even hold the coin.
Heads it is. The bearded opinion.
Well, welcome to the bearded opinion.
With Callum Turner, that's me.
And you know who I am. I'm not going to introduce myself because I'm a git.
It's Anthony Robinson.
I thought you'd say that.
Right, so
basically what we're going to do is chat shit once a month for your enjoyment.
We're going to be discussing a varied amount of topics. We're going to start off with a new game release that's out soon. Then we're going to move into a film that's out next week, although when you hear this, it's probably going to be out in 5 days.
5 days, yeah.
And then we've picked out 5 really random and weird news stories from the Metro.
Why the Metro? Because it's free.
Right, so
yeah, the first topic, SOMA got released this... Well, I say SOMA got released this week. Some of the bigger YouTubers got a free preview. I assume it was free.
It was early access to the game.
Early access demo to the game, which gave us some insight into what the game would actually look like ahead of the E3 trailer. I like how I didn't get one frictional. Thanks a lot.
Never mind. We've watched the trailer and we've watched the gameplay.
From someone, one of them.
From one of these YouTubers out there. There's too many to even want to even learn the names.
Pretty much. I know I don't.
And well, I mean, we're actually quite impressed so far.
See, the thing I have is they created Amnesia: The Dark Descent.
Yeah.
Now, the problem is I think they want to beat that in terms of scares, but they can't.
No, but, I mean, the problem is with the horror game format now is that there's so many out there that basically everyone just wants the jump scare. Oh shit, someone's just jumped through a wall and it's about to rip my head off. Well, you've got to be a little bit more cleverer than that, and I'm hoping that SOMA is going to be a bit more clever than that, considering its creators.
I mean, Frictional did well when, looking at the trailer, they've gone with the same format as Amnesia of, there might be a monster you don't know, here's some scary music and some flickering lights. And thing is, with Amnesia, your first sight of the monster was the monster's arse going through a door. And with SOMA, it looks like they've gone with a similar format.
Yeah. I mean, the game, from what I've seen of the game so far, it's very much Dead Space. It's very much going around, trying to survive, while some scary shit is following you. And to be fair, that's pretty much horror games now.
Yeah, I mean, Amnesia to me was a little bit railroady. It gave you 2 or 3 options. If you could go here, you could go here, or you could go here. It doesn't really matter which one you go to first. On most occasions. On most occasions, yeah. I mean, and to be honest, even if you need to go to the other one, it's only down the road and you've just got to run for it before a monster nibbles your giblets off.
Well, yeah, that's the case, isn't it?
But with this one, because they also created the Penumbra series, and they were a bit more... There's not just 3 options, there's 7. And that's what they seem to have done with this one. Now, I didn't like Penumbra, despite the fact of playing 2 of them. I'm planning on playing the 3rd.
You're like a child who's halfway through eating his dinner. I don't like it now.
Yes, but at least I played it to realise I didn't like it.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm one of these people that will just look at an advert for the game and go, yeah, I don't want to play that. It looks shit.
Oh, some of the games, don't get me wrong, I'll definitely do that with. You know, my whole 1 minute on Minecraft proved this.
Well, yeah, I mean, I didn't even manage 30 seconds and I only downloaded the mobile game version.
Do you know when my problem came? I was trying to chop a tree down with my hand. No, that's what you're supposed to do.
Some Bruce Lee motherfucker.
Yeah. That seems to be the thing in quite a lot of games, though, now. To get your first thing, you need wood. How do you get wood? Punch it.
Well, yeah.
I was like constantly clicking.
Click,
but you're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to hold it, apparently.
All right. Because that makes more sense.
Yeah. See, every other game has taught us if you want to hit something more than once,
you hammer it like buggery.
But no, Minecraft didn't do that. So I didn't even manage to knock down a block. Now, my opinion of Minecraft is it's always been a load of wank, and after playing it for a minute, guess what? I'm right.
We're not particularly that sort of, we don't like those games anyway. It's very much run around, build what you want, and oh yeah, there might be something that may kill you every once in a blue moon, but other than that, don't worry about it. Build your own city and live happily ever after. I want a game where there's going to be some big three-headed alien monster with huge cojones fucking chasing me down an alleyway with a machete going, come here, I want to suck your cock. Basically. And unfortunately, games like that just don't seem to be existing anymore. Or they try, like with The Evil Within, which we've both had a brief playthrough, and we both agree that the game didn't really work at all.
Although I watched the DLC, someone played the DLC of that, and there are 3 DLCs.
Right, so which one? 1, 2 or 3?
1 and 2.
Oh, right,
they follow on from each other. They're basically one story. And it's following the woman.
Okay.
Now, she doesn't have a weapon. So she can occasionally pick up an axe, but that happens maybe twice during the demo.
Right.
And it's more the amnesia of run around away from the monsters. So there is a bit more of a threat.
Yeah.
And you've gotten rid of that annoying shooty mechanic that didn't work.
But is the camera still basically focused on the hip bone?
No, again, they seem to have fixed the camera.
They seem to have fixed the camera. Well then, I might be jumping a little bit on the gun with Evil Within, but either way, the main game was shit.
Balls.
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
But I'm hopeful for Soma. I don't think they're going to get Amnesia. I think they've gone back to, especially when you access in the gameplay trailer we watched, there was a bit where he accessed the computer.
Yes.
That's another Penumbra thing where they did computers in it.
You see,
but I mean, I suppose with Amnesia you couldn't do that. You were back in like Victorian era and before that even.
I mean, with this Soma game, I'm quite excited about it. I hadn't heard about it until I watched the trailer and watched the gameplay. But after watching that, I'm pretty much saying, yeah, I'll pretty much go and buy it.
I mean, I'll definitely play it for you lot, because if I don't, you'll jump on me like an excited dog until I do.
It'll be interesting to see how it plays out. But
I think it's going to be more Penumbra than Amnesia meets Dead Space underwater.
So a bit of a Bioshock element there.
Yeah, Bioshock Infinite.
I mean,
Infinite was the shit one.
I mean, the only bad guys we've seemed to have seen in this gameplay trailer are some sort of random glowy-headed, robot-y looking things.
I mean, normally, to be fair, there are only 2 or 3 enemies. I mean, in Amnesia, you had the grunts, who were the things with the... And then you had the water monsters, which were only a factor when you were in water and you couldn't see them, and the idea was jump from box to box or run your bollocks off till your stamina meter runs out.
So I mean, this is why I miss the old horror style games.
What, you know? Resident Evil, Silent Hill?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, those were the games where you start playing and then you hear a bit of music and you actually think, oh God, I'm about to be eaten.
See, that's what it was with Amnesia. When you first start playing Amnesia the first time, if you lived in a bubble and under a rock on Mars and you never heard of it, and I gave you a copy of Amnesia on a PC to play, you start wandering around thinking, okay, Amnesia, this old video game subplot. And then as you play through the game, you realise I've given myself amnesia because of a rather evil person. Now, what basically you've given yourself the option of doing is stopping the bad guy or going, fuck this, I don't believe these notes, I'm leaving through the window. You don't, of course, leave through the window because you're the silent protagonist.
Well, this is it.
But I think that would have been a good option because there's 4 ways to end the game in Amnesia. There's a point halfway through where you get captured, put in a jail cell, and if you don't escape on time, it's just the bad guys won because you haven't got out in time.
Okay.
And then there are 3 endings. Either you can let the bad guy go through the portal to the afterlife type thing. His mate's head go through the portal to the afterlife thing, whose head you are carrying and talks to you. Yeah. Or you can destroy the portal and everyone dies, basically.
Lovely.
So there are 4 endings. Now, I think a 5th ending where right at the start you can walk through the front door would have been brilliant. But they're not going to do that.
Yeah, a game that you just turn it on and you walk through. Oh, wait a minute. Are we talking about Metal Gear Solid 5?
Oh, shots fired. But no, Soma in general looks very good. I like the look of Soma.
It does look very interesting.
I'm hopeful that it'll be... Because some of the ideas in Penumbra were good. They just weren't well executed.
From what we've seen so far, and bear in mind, people, that the YouTubers that have released these gameplay footages were only allowed to show the first 12 minutes of gameplay.
It does seem to be very much, this is just after the setup for the game.
Yeah.
Like, there will be some cinematic trailer which will probably have you waking up with amnesia or set the background to the plot. And then from what we've seen is they sort of played there where you get some device which seems to be all in one, your torch and your keys.
It's the Omni tool, which obviously we've seen Omni tools before in different formats, different games. I mean, to me, it seems a little bit lazy that they're using a copied idea, but to be fair, the idea works, so you can't really blame them for that. I like the fact that just before you even get the tool, you have to go and find it. Then you have to work out where the hell to go because you can't remember where you've got to go because there's no map, there's no radar, there's nothing.
That was something I did always like about... I mean, the thing is with Penumbra, after... I don't know, I can't remember if they had it in the first one, but certainly in the second and third, you hit a part where you're in a series of corridors, and they had to put a map on the wall to tell you where to go to show you where the different rooms were, or you'd have just kept doing laps.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's possible that it's the same sort of format in Soma, but from what we've seen, that isn't the case.
Yeah.
But we're not going to say that's not going to be the case because we honestly don't know because we're not lucky enough to have been able to play the early access.
Frictional. Thank you. The email, my email, by the way, is in the About Me section of this page.
You can't see, but he is sort of putting his thumb up and smiling. He refuses to video this. I'm not surprised. I mean, to be fair, both of our faces together would pretty much crack any camera.
Yeah, you do see my face 6 days out of 7.
We've got to give you some sort of a break.
Right, so that was Soma. I'm looking forward to it. I can't remember when does it come out?
We'll just double check that now. Handy Google.
Yeah, Soma release date. September the 22nd, so in a month, basically. No, 2 months.
Get your head into games.
So in 2 months, well, to be honest, with a bit of luck, when...
I mean, the only thing I'm upset about is the fact that it doesn't seem to be going onto the Xbox One.
No,
it's
but...
going to be it's PlayStation 4, Windows, Linux, and Mac.
So, is it PS4?
Yeah, PS4.
Oh my god, PS4. Let's check the actual Wikipedia. No... That's weird.
You see, I would have thought that
Have Frictional done... No, this is their first PS4, though.
Their first PS4, yes.
And the reason it's Win, Mac and Linux is because of Steam. Because that's their main...
Yeah, of course. Oh, yeah. I mean, obviously, without Steam, you know, all of us gamers would be... Well, not gaming, I suppose.
Yes, I certainly wouldn't be, because I don't own a console.
No, and I own a console that's just sat gathering dust at the moment, but there you go. That's just because there's not really many good games coming out recently, but there we are. But yeah, I mean, it looks like they're going to branch into console gaming here. We might see it head onto the Xbox One in 6 months' time.
We will, because now any game you can play on PC, you can get on your Xbox after the new update that comes out on the Xbox One.
Well, there you go. Then you see, so it will be on the Xbox One eventually.
I think that's slated for next year. I think Microsoft said they'd do that.
More than likely. So, I mean, it's going to basically head into the fact that you will be able to play this game, and by the sounds of it, every other PC game that's out there you want to play as well. So
pretty much.
So, you know,
I don't know if there'll be limits or not. But...
There'll probably be limits, but by the sounds of it, Microsoft rather, are actually going to do what they should have done in the first place and made it cross-compatible with PC. But we'll wait and see for that. Well, that was SOMA, guys.
So, yeah.
We're going to now move on from SOMA, and we're going to move on to the Mission Impossible 5 trailer that's been released.
Rogue Nation.
Indeed.
See, I like how this one is more... See, I don't like the Mission Impossible films for the same reason I don't like the Vin Diesel films, not Fast and Furious, the other ones that he partakes in. The Alien.
Chronicles of Riddick?
Yeah. Because I find the Chronicles of Riddick are Vin Diesel's personal masturbation. And
Same with Tom Cruise in Mission Impossible. Yeah, I mean...
I think there is personal masturbation tools.
I mean, obviously, we're going to be showing you guys the trailer anyway.
Yeah, I'll put bits of it when I edit the video.
I mean, this one looks good because they're not doing the same story.
Yeah.
I mean, for the first sort of 4 Mission Impossibles, it's the same story. Someone portrays Ethan, Ethan gets pissed off, and he goes and blows shit up until the problem's dealt with.
See, the problem I find with them, though, is they're all the same. Obvious bad guy is obvious.
Oh, yes, indeed, yeah. He might as well just walk around with a name tag saying, I'm the bad guy.
Yeah. Except, was it in 3 where it was misdirected?
Yes, I think it was.
Where you thought it was the black guy, not the big black guy who I'm glad...
Ving Rhames. That's Ving Rhames who you're on about, the big black guy.
Who wasn't in 4, but it was only in 4 for the beer at the end.
Yeah, and now he's in 5 because...
He's back, and that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Which I'm quite happy with. I like him as a character.
Yeah.
But you thought it was the other black guy, the director of the whole company.
Yeah.
And it turns out it was just the director of that section.
Yeah.
Using his mobile. Which, I'm not being funny, like, a super secret covert thing. They'd have spotted him a mile off.
Well, this is it. I mean, from what we've seen from the trailer, this is about another agency that is very similar to the
IMF.
The IMF. But they're bad guys. They're basically freedom fighters for terrorists. And they're shutting down the IMF because the IMF is tired.
Yeah,
and old.
The person who shut it down from the government is obviously going to be the leader of this Rogue Nation.
Indeed.
Who knows that now the IMF are gone, quote unquote. Was it her or him who? It was a her, I think, voice in the trailer.
I can't remember.
But they're going to now use their Rogue Nation and conquer America. Sounds like we're in a bloody Duke Nukem plot.
Well, it does, yeah. I mean, from what we've seen from this trailer, there's going to be loads of cool gadgets as per the usual.
Well, no, because the cool gadgets only really came in 4 with the full intro.
I wouldn't say that, considering in the first one he had explosive chewing gum.
Yeah, I mean, more of the futuristic gadgets only.
Oh yeah, indeed. I mean,
because they only came in 4 with the introduction of Simon Pegg's character.
Yeah, I mean, Simon Pegg, he's the obvious comic relief in this.
The thing is, I like how he was in 4. I don't like how they shoehorned him in 3 as I need someone in the IMF to help me.
Yeah, I mean, it's looking like he's now becoming more of a field agent anyway.
Well, he was a field agent in 4 because he passed the test somehow.
Somehow, yeah.
And what's his name's back as well? The character who is the reason that Tom Cruise's wife is dead, but she's not actually dead because Tom Cruise is apparently better than the entirety of the IMF combined.
Well, yeah, that was always the point, though, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Ethan's always managed to single-handedly be better than every other agent out there.
Yeah, it reminds me of Jason Bourne and James Bond and Jack Bauer and all the... Well, I mean, he is, isn't he? He's all these other all these spies are each other. They're generic super spy number X, and...
Well, this is it. I mean, I've watched the trailer a couple of times because, I mean, I do like the Mission Impossible franchise, mainly because it's a complete over-the-top spy movie. And
see, I don't like it personally. Maybe that's why I don't like it.
One thing that's always been the same in every Mission Impossible film is there's always some part where you think, shit, Ethan is dead or he's going to die. With Mission Impossible 2, there was the knife that was like literally a millimetre from his eye. And if anyone's actually watched the extras, special features on that film, that actually happened. They bought a 30-foot crane in to hold a knife on a solid chain that the links were like as big as your fists to hold a knife because the director was like, I do not want him to drop this knife and kill you, Tom. Can we please move it to more like your cheek area? And Tom was like, no, I want it above my eye. And Tom lay on the floor and had a knife a millimetre from his eyeball. That's what I love, because Tom Cruise will do his own stunts.
Yeah, he will.
Obviously,
for the most part, he doesn't do as many as like Jackie Chan used.
Oh no.
But even he's slowed down now, you know, Mr. Chan.
I mean, he is getting to his like
cheated death
60s
for long
and
enough,
stuff.
hasn't he?
But the one thing that I like about this one is, like, obviously in the last film they had him on the side of that big building on Dubai, and his magnet started to fail.
Oh, where the glove went.
Yeah, and he couldn't do it. This one, it seems that he's going to be hanging onto the side of a plane as it takes off and going to 30,000 feet, going, open the door.
Wrong door.
Wrong door. Yeah, exactly.
See, that's why I don't like how they shoehorned in the comic relief. I didn't think the films ever needed that.
No, but the films always had a comic and always had some sort of comic sort of thing about them.
Yeah.
Normally it's Tom Cruise doing the jokes. And it works because he's supposed to. He's the main protagonist, and now what they've done is they've sort of brought in a more comical character. What I want to know is why the hell Hawkeye's walking about without his bow and arrow.
You mean the agent from the last one who killed his wife?
Yeah, killed his wife, who didn't kill his wife because...
Tom Cruise set it all up so his wife could have a normal life.
Yeah,
and apparently some fat black bastard. Do you not remember that at the end of 4?
No, I can't.
You know, at the end of 4 where they're all having the beer. Well, he has the beer with
Ving Rhames.
Ving Rhames, and Ving Rhames sort of goes, "Hey, that's cool," and then the other 3 come in, and Simon Pegg goes, "Yeah, I'll join you." Picks up the phone and fucks off. Then the woman picks up the phone and fucks off. Then they have the whole exposition where you find out he didn't kill his wife. And you know, in the background, there's the boat pulling up.
Yeah.
Well, his wife's on that boat
with a security guard. It's not a fella.
No, it is a fella. He's from the hospital. He's wearing blue.
I always thought he was a security guard.
He's a fella. Because after they've had the exposition and Hawkeye buggers off.
Yeah.
With the phone this time. Because obviousness is obvious.
I mean, we all know that his name's not Hawkeye, but he is Hawkeye. Yeah, so that's the end of that argument, basically.
Yeah, she like cuddles him from behind and gives him a kiss on his neck the size of my thigh. But yeah,
which is very small, actually.
Yeah,
you should see him. He's quite weedy, really.
I do have little thighs, don't I?
Yeah.
But still, he's a he's a fat motherfucker. But yeah, she's with him now. But then, like, she looks at him from the door and, like, they have this moment of, I still want you, but I know I can never be with you. I love you.
Well, that's it.
But it's Tom Cruise.
I mean, what we've always seen from every spy type movie out there: don't get sexually involved or romantically involved with the spy.
Well, that was the mistake in the second one with the black woman, wasn't it?
You mean the main woman in
the thief? The thief.
The thief. Yeah. I mean,
because he shagged her after 5 minutes of Fast and the Furious gameplay trailer.
Well, yeah, that's it. You know,
it was Fast and the Furious Mark 1.
I mean, I'm excited to see what they bring with this one. I was hoping that it was going to possibly be the last, but it's not looking that way.
If you actually look on the Wikipedia... Oh, I punched the mic again. Well done, me. Wikipedia. Mission Impossible. And you look at the franchise... Well, the film series, not the whole franchise. Yeah, if you look at Future, on the 25th of May 2015... A report surfaced saying Paramount Pictures is already in development of MI6. No cast members are officially set to return for the sequel, but Tom Cruise will be producing it with David and Dana, and it'll be Skylance and J.J. Abrams' Bad Robot. Bad Robot! So, yeah.
Well, let's be honest, if Tom Cruise is producing it, Tom Cruise will be starring in it.
Apparently... Yeah, Michelle isn't returning. Michelle Monaghan, who was Julie.
Jeremy Renner, that's his bloody
Jeremy
name.
Renner.
Yeah, we'd get there somewhere.
He's William Brandt.
Yes, that's it.
So yeah, he's in it still. So's Simon Pegg. Ving Rhames is back in it as a proper cast member this time. Who have they got? Alec Baldwin's in it apparently, and so is Rebecca Ferguson. So I'm calling it now. Alec Baldwin's going to be the
bad guy.
Who's not... But he won't be the leader of the Rogue Nation. That'll be the one who dissolved the IMF.
Yeah.
I'm calling that now. He'll be sort of their go-to person. And the woman... I wonder if the woman's obviously going to be in the trailer. There's the woman in the black bikini. That'll be her. Although there was another woman. Like an older-looking woman. But I'm wondering if the older-looking woman's just this woman in another mask.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me.
Because in the trailer you see Simon Pegg get captured and have his mask ripped off.
Yeah. Just to prove that he isn't really a very good field agent, should stick to making gadgets.
Yeah. But then that's why I like Ving Rhames' character. What is his name? Luther. I like Luther in, was it the third one? I think it was the third. It's in the first one. It was bringing everyone together.
Showing you who was going to be sort of around.
Yeah, and you thought there was going to be that. Was he Irish, the guy with the knife who was double crossing him, who flew the helicopter?
John Voight?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if he's Irish necessarily. But John Voight anyway. I mean, everyone knows who John Voight is.
Yeah, the guy with the knife who flew the helicopter.
He is Angelina Jolie's father.
Is he really?
He is indeed.
No, I'm not on about the old guy who did the double crossing. I'm on about the guy who flew the helicopter.
Oh, you mean Jean Reno?
Was that him?
Yeah, he's well, I want to say he's French, but I don't think he is actually French.
Let's have a look.
I know he was born in.
No, he is French.
He was born in Morocco.
Yeah, but he's a French actor.
But yeah, he moved to France, and that's why he's got a French accent.
Yeah, him who was with the knife, and that's how you link the whole thing up.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was that, and then I think it was in the second one he was still just hacking computers.
No, in the second one he was flying the helicopter to save.
Ving?
Ving was flying a helicopter, and then he went and saved that woman from jumping off a cliff that was like dying of that chimera virus.
Oh yeah, no, I missed the end of the second one because I had shit to do. But
he's in it as like flying a helicopter and doing all the bits and bobs.
But then in the third one, he actually sort of because the third one he actually shot a motherfucker, didn't he?
Yeah, you actually see him being an IMF
because he was supposed to be in that van that blew up.
Yeah,
and then was like, bang.
Yeah.
But I mean, that thing is, when you're in that movie, you think the bit like the second one where the woman injects herself, you think that's going to be it. They're going to like Tom Cruise, because what I'd have done is I'd have grabbed her around the neck and gone, right, you're not going to fucking shoot her.
Because she'll just spread the virus everywhere.
So, you know what? Bang, bang, you're two dead. There's your boss dead, mate. Now you got a choice. Run or I'm going to kill you. Because there was still because there was the main bad guy.
Yeah.
His right-hand man and one other random
dude.
So I'd have gone, right, you can either drop your weapon and give up, or I'm going to shoot you. Oh, bang, fuck. And then I'd have gone off with her to the hospital, got her all better, end of film. But no, there was like another hour after that, or half an hour.
Well, yeah, because she got injected, and then she was supposed to have something like 24 hours.
20 hours.
20 hours before it all went to shit, and she managed to survive because, of course, Tom was always going to save her because he wanted to get his dick wet.
Yeah. See, I like the second one, though. But then I know it sounds gay, and it might be a little bit, but I prefer the longer hair Tom Cruise than... In the 1 and 3, he's got the short hair.
Yeah.
And in 2 and 4, well, I suppose in 4 he's just got out that prison.
Yeah. He's always in some bloody prison.
For not killing his wife.
Yeah.
And for not killing his wife's killers, but he did kill him. But yeah,
it was all a bit of a mess while he was in prison. But either way, it was basically for treason.
Yeah. Well, no, it was because he was rogue. That was it, not treason, rogue. See, I'd like, you know, the Russian cop in the fourth one that's always after it.
Yeah.
That at the end goes, oh, we are not enemies after all. That was more Italian, but...
Sort of, yeah, I mean, I don't even want to go into what sort of accent that was.
But him, I'd quite like to see him again. As like, maybe lending him a hand because there's no longer an IMF. They've got to save the world, though. Maybe have him come in and do him a favour.
Yeah, I mean...
And that's another thing with the fourth one as well. You know that crap misdirection they tried to use? You know when he went to the arms dealer, who was the cousin of that guy he freed?
Yeah.
And then you've got the arms dealer going, you're right, mate, I can give you the American bloke, and you let me off the hook with this deal. Like, no, that was shit misdirection. He's not betraying Tom Cruise. That's the reason. And no one falls for it. That's my problem with Mission Impossible. It tries to misdirect you and tries not to show you the bad guy is, but they might as well give the bad guy a sticker, and they might as well just give you it straight and not try any misdirection because you're shit at it. And I'm not looking forward to MI5. I will watch it, but I'm not.
I'm looking forward to it just because I like the Mission Impossible series. More than likely will be pants, but we'll see. And hopefully, you know, I mean, they are in talks about doing a sixth film.
Are we Welsh now?
Oh, right, indeed. So, yeah, they are in talks about a sixth film. hopefully that will be the end of the franchise.
I would think so. That seems to be the thing now. 2 trilogies, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean,
because 1, 2, and 3 are 1, 2, and 3.
It becomes a saga then,
yeah,
doesn't it?
Because 1, 2, and 3 are just 1, 2, and 3. Then you got 4, which is Ghost Protocol. 5, which is going to be Rogue Nation, and 6 will probably just. The thing is, I don't see where they can go after Rogue Nation if the IMF's got. Then again, the IMF was gone in Ghost Protocol because the president, who shouldn't even know it fucking exists, shut it down. But then I love the. There's a little bit of exposition between Hawkeye and the CIA agent in there. Why doesn't the CIA know about this? And then it's something like, I haven't got time to tell you what the CIA doesn't know.
Yeah, exactly.
And to be honest, I could almost see that being the case.
That's always been the problem with the American politics system, with the way that they work, because they've got the CIA who can't conduct an operation on US soil, even though they're a US agency. Then you've got the FBI who can't conduct a search outside of the country, but can do anything they fucking want within it. Then you've got the Secret Service that just pisses on the pair of them.
And then you've got the NSA who can basically do what they want, or basically a rogue thing that report to the government, who can go wherever they want, do whatever they want. But then
use whatever satellites they want as well.
But then the second they come over to England, the SAS and MI5 piss all over them and go, fuck off back to your own country because we've already finished the job.
That's That's always been the problem. I mean, they'll do another Mission Impossible film. Hopefully that'll be the stake through the heart, the nail in the coffin. That'll be the end of it. If it's not, then we can all say that they will do a Mission Impossible 7. It will be shit because Tom Cruise probably won't want to do it himself.
I wonder if that maybe is where they're going, that after 5, maybe it won't be Tom Cruise. Maybe they'll do what it seems the Expendable films are trying to do and introduce new people. Because let's face it, the Expendables is full of old people.
Oh, yeah.
Who are and in the last one, they tried to introduce some younger lads.
Some newer people.
Which is good because, these old guys can't go forever and there is no one left to take over. So if they take it on themselves to go, right, let's introduce some new guys and when our agents ring us up offering us a film, we'll say, well, why can't we have this lad who's been in this do it because he can do all the stunts? Tom Cruise has got to be getting on a bit now. I mean, how old is he?
I think he's in his 40s.
40s, 50s?
53.
53. So he's getting on, so he can't do it forever. So maybe he's going to do what the Expendables did and go, right, I'll only act in this one as sort of like an office man, and let's introduce some new fella.
They might just sort of do it as where, halfway through Mission Impossible 6, he'll meet some young lad that he takes under his wing, starts mentoring, and then Mission Impossible 7 will be him chatting down his ear hole while this young lad's going off and becoming the new Ethan Hawke. Ethan Hunt, even.
Yeah, Ethan Hawke.
Ethan Hawke. Well, yeah, try and replace him as well.
Because, I mean, number 4, they had the woman who got killed in Ghost Protocol right at the start.
Yeah.
Who they'd already trained. And it reminds me also of, can't remember the film now. But there's another film where they bought, the bald guy who wouldn't be in Expendables 3.
Bruce Willis?
Yeah. His set of films.
The Die Hard films.
Die Hard, where they got his son involved in the last one.
Yeah.
Again, sort of, he will now be Bruce Willis's character.
He will sort of carry that on. I mean, to be fair, let's hope that
I think Die Hard's done.
Die Hard was done after Die Hard with a fucking vengeance, mate. They should never have done Die Hard 4.0. I mean, I'm not saying it was a bad film. Didn't need to be done, though. And Die Hard 5, once again, not a bad film. Shouldn't have been done. The Die Hard film should have ended at 3. 3, they closed all the storylines off.
1 and 2 were bad enough, because 1 and 2 were the same bloody film, only it's no longer a skyscraper, it's an aeroplane.
I mean, to be fair, the best Die Hard film is the first one.
Yeah.
Then followed by the third one.
Which was the third one?
The third one was Die with a Vengeance with Jeremy Irons, where he's sort of sending Bruce Willis and Samuel Jackson around New York.
Oh, yeah. See, that's my favourite, actually.
See, I like the first one, because without the first one, you wouldn't have a third one.
I'll agree, but
because it's obviously his brother.
I think the third one is better made.
Oh, yeah, but it was made later on, weren't it? I mean, the first Die Hard was like the 80s.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose the thing with the first and the second one... The first one had, let's be honest, one location. They probably just said to some place, oh, can we rent your skyscraper for a month?
Yeah, and just filming it.
That's probably what they did, because that'll cost you no money, basically. Then with the second one, they'd have built the plane in a soundstage, and probably just done panning shots of the airport, and again built that in a soundstage. So that was probably all soundstage. And then with the third one,
really bad.
It was the first film on a plane.
Yeah.
And then with the third one, they seemed to have the money to close off sections of New York at a time, run round like headless chickens, which was fun.
And then they did the same with Die Hard 4.0. You know, they closed.
What was 4.0?
4.0 was with that bloody arsehole that's a computer hacker. And
the
I can't remember his Justin Long. Something like that.
Let's have a look.
I think that's his name. We're going to Google it, peoples.
Yeah.
Hail to by the way, it's all about that fire sale.
That was it, fire sale.
And they're trying to basically send us all back to the dark ages while some arseholes running off with everyone's money.
First one was the Christmas Eve.
In the Nakatomi Plaza.
Second one was the same film in a plane. Die Hard with a Vengeance. Oh yeah, it was no longer with his wife, suspended from the police force, and a borderline alcoholic.
Now, of course, Wikipedia, people, they put the American name of the film on, which is Live Free or Die Hard, but in this country it was Die Hard 4.0.
Yeah.
I hate when they do that. There's no need to do that. Just call it one fucking thing.
Live Free, Die Hard, or...
Die Hard 4.0, and then obviously the last one was A Good Day to Die Hard.
Takes place Independence Day, McCain is divorced, estranged from his daughter. Oh yeah, the fourth one was daughter, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was his daughter and that, Justin Long, who I thought it was.
Yeah, in the middle of a fire
because they all work, a load of computer hackers work together to create some sort of code that can shut down the entire of America, because that's obviously possible.
A Good Day to Die Hard was the fifth one.
With his son in where they were in Russia and Chernobyl.
I've actually seen that one, you know.
It's actually really good.
What does it say about the future?
He hoped to retire John McClane after the sixth film, so that means there's another one coming.
Okay, so they are basically, looking at this, they are going to do one more, but Bruce Willis hasn't written the script yet.
As of July, which is this month, peoples, the film's still in early pre-production, because it's not even been approved yet.
So he's probably written like draft 2 of the script.
Yeah, they're in the scripting stage. So let's hope that they decide to pan it and not even bother.
I mean, because there's been quite a while between all the films. I mean, there was 1988. There was 2 years between Die Hard 1 and 2.
Then 5 years later.
But then the next one was 12 years later. So
and then once again another 6-year gap between the next one.
So we could be looking at
2020. Well, yeah, but I mean we could be watching Bruce Willis walking around with a Zimmer frame still kicking ass.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, to be fair, I mean we all like Bruce Willis.
Yeah.
He's a funny guy, cocky as fuck.
Yeah.
And he knows how to kick ass.
He does.
And for some reason always wears a white vest.
Yeah.
That always gets dirty by sort of like 45
But you know
minutes
that's
in.
just... You know, the thing is, in the first two...
I mean, just do the smart thing. Wear a fucking black vest.
In the first two, where he was a young, fit, healthy man, that was so the women could get wet downstairs.
Oh, yeah, of
And
course.
they could sit in the cinema with their hands shoved up the skirt, having a good rub.
Yeah.
But now it's just become a staple.
Now it's just sort of like, well, if Bruce Willis isn't running around in a white vest, it's not, you know, his character of John McClane.
Yeah.
John McClane needs to go and get a new wardrobe, including black vests, so that way then you can't see all the shit he's been rolling through. And shoes, yeah. He always seems to lose his shoes. I mean, what does the man do? Just fucking untie them when he turns up on stage and goes, right, I don't need these today. Just walks
and
around
then you've got
New York.
fucking Tom Cruise in Mission Impossible, who just walks past a place in Ghost Protocol and grabs the bloody shoes.
Well, this is it, you know. I mean, as we say...
He wants shoes. I reckon they're Bruce Willis's shoes that he picks up, you know.
Wouldn't surprise me. I mean, they're about the same height, aren't they?
Well,
Billy blokes.
Yeah, I mean, hold on, wait.
That's what's
Good
really
Day to Die Hard took place in 2013. When did Mission Impossible... Oh, if Ghost Protocol had come out after Die Hard 4, because they were both in the same country, weren't they? They were in like Russia and area.
Yeah, they were in. I mean, Mission Impossible: Ghost Protocol was main Russia, whereas Die Hard 5 was set in a bit of Russia and then moved on to Chernobyl
and Dubai.
Dubai. I mean, the Chernobyl thing was kind of like, well, that ain't going to actually happen.
Yeah.
No one's daft enough to walk straight into the heart of an exploded nuclear reactor and go, let's steal the uranium. It's like, no, you dickhead, let's get away before you turn into some fucking 3-headed mutant.
But yeah, if they're the second place after each other, I'd have called continuity. They're in the same universe. They are John McClane's shoes that he picks up off that table. Unfortunately, that's not the case.
Right.
So yeah, Mission Impossible 5.
Go and see it if you want to. Don't go and see it if you don't.
I'll watch it.
I probably won't go to the cinema to watch
won't go
it.
to the cinema.
I'll wait for release.
The only thing I go to the cinema to see are like the Avengers films, and I'll probably go see the Justice League films.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm very into deserve it.
I mean, I'm into the Marvel Universe massively at the moment. The DC Universe, I mean, we all know the cinematic universe is only just starting to creep out of the woodwork.
Well, that's the thing. It was because there was the Superman film, Man of Steel. That's technically the start.
That's technically.
But then that's like saying Incredible Hulk is the start of the Marvel.
You mean Hulk?
No, they've discounted Hulk. Incredible Hulk. I believe if you look, Incredible Hulk is technically the start of the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Which doesn't work really because the Incredible Hulk was technically a follow-on from
the
Hulk
but
film.
At the beginning they show you how he was creating everything in the Flashes.
I mean, let's not get on to how bad the Hulk films have been.
Yeah. But then what's his name? I said he'd do a Hulk film, hadn't he? The new Hulk.
Mark Ruffalo.
Yeah, he said.
To be fair, he is my favourite Hulk.
He is.
Really. Let's give credit where it's due. The Incredible Hulk, who was played in the actual film, The Incredible Hulk, was played by what's his name?
I don't know.
We all know his name. What is his bloody name? Some knobhead. He actually has a name that's very similar to his character's name. Actually, thinking about it.
The Incredible Hulk.
Edward Norton.
That's it.
That's his name. I mean, for me, he was very good at playing the Hulk. Like playing, Banner, he was sort of, that sort of dark, and that's what you wanted it to see. I mean, we all hated Hulk because the Hulk was actually in the film for like 30 seconds.
Yeah.
So you can't call it a film about the Hulk when it's nothing to do with the fucking Hulk because you see him for 30 seconds. Incredible Hulk was good. It would be nice to see if they do a Mark Ruffalo Hulk, but I don't think they will because the Hulk films generally aren't very good.
It's the thing of Mark Ruffalo will do it. If he's asked to.
But I don't think he will.
I don't think he will. I think it'll be Hulk is an Avenger, that is it. Because it is hard to shoehorn Hulk into his own...
because he's not...
His own film.
It's just not... It doesn't work.
Yeah.
Because basically you'd just be fighting the same thing over and over.
Oh, sorry, I'll tell you, Iron Man was the first in May, then the Incredible Hulk was the second in June of 2008.
And obviously, right now we're
you got Iron Man 2, Thor.
Right now we've just ended the last of Phase 2.
But yeah, because Ant-Man's just been released,
and now we're waiting a year.
Yeah, a year
for Phase 3 for Captain America: Civil War, which is basically the next Avengers movie.
Which surprisingly doesn't end with Avengers: Infinity Wars Part 2 and ends with Inhumans. I wouldn't do that.
No, of course you wouldn't. But they're not you, so we'll let Marvel do their own universes, and we'll see what happens. It will be interesting to see, but we've got a year to wait now, people. So,
yeah. But yeah, Mission Impossible 5.
We can all cry.
That comes out in a week, 5 days.
Yeah, it comes out next Friday. To us, I mean, we are on Monday. No, Tuesday now.
Tuesday.
And it comes out this Friday, is it?
Let's have a look. Hold on, Mission Impossible 5. If this brings me to the MI5 website, I'm going to piss my pants.
I think it's out this Friday.
31st of July. There you go. That's when it's released.
So it doesn't matter. I mean, we're only on the 20-something, so I think
we're
it's
the 21st. So
a week
on Friday to us. So for you lot, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days.
6 days. So if you want to
go and see it on opening day, because you know you won't get in. Or you'll be sat next to some fat bastard going with his fucking popcorn.
For some reason, he thinks fat bastards sound like the Cookie Monster. I take offence to that, but never mind.
You take the fence, I'll take the gate.
If you want to, go and watch Mission Impossible: Rogue Nation, by all means, go. But don't come to me with your shit about how bad the film was and you wasted £12 in the cinema to watch it in 3D just because you have to.
Is it coming out in 3D?
I don't know.
It doesn't say 3D. See, that's another thing I don't like about films. Everything's in bloody 3D.
Yeah, but the 3D is generally with most films it's pretty bad. The only time 3D really works is when it's with an animated film. Then it actually works.
Apparently it worked in Avatar, but I couldn't get past the first half hour of that film.
You see, I mean, I watched Avatar, but I've never watched Avatar in 3D. I mean, I'm pretty sure it would be good in 3D, but that's not...
the only film that's made me laugh? Now, normally when you go from a 3D film to a 2D film, they look like they've done an alright job. The 2D's alright. You know, the only film that made me laugh was the 4th Resident Evil film.
Well, I lost interest after Resident Evil 3, but yeah.
Well, I've watched them. I don't mind the film series if I separate it from the game. But anyway, it looked to me, and I bullshit you not, it looked like they'd ran it through the Microsoft 2Difier tool 5 minutes before lunch.
It wouldn't surprise me.
It really did look like they just got the 3D vision and went, right, make it 2D, process, and fucked off.
It wouldn't surprise me.
Because it really did, beating up the desk now, it really did look like that to me.
I'm going to have to strap him to the wall because he keeps punching the desk, the mic. I mean, it's all his equipment, so to be honest, I don't really give a shit, but yeah, he needs to look after his stuff.
But yeah,
well,
go see Rogue Nation maybe when it's out on VD or Blu-ray.
Yeah, Blu-ray, selling his porno out the back of a Nissan Sunny.
Yeah, go see it. I wouldn't waste my money at the cinema. If you like them, go watch them.
If you want to take the risk and go and watch it at the cinema, go. But do not come back to us saying, "Oh, the film was shit. I wish I hadn't wasted £12 or however much it is for you guys in America if you're listening." All I'm going to say to that is, you dumb fuck.
Or some euros for... I think I've got a couple of views from Ireland occasionally. I don't know where they're from.
Fuck knows.
But yeah.
Right, well, that was Mission Impossible 5 amongst other films. We're now going to go into the Metro section.
Yeah, where...
We've chosen 5 random news stories, which are all absolutely hilarious, as you would imagine. Some of them are... Well, let's go into it and we'll find out. The first one we're going to talk about is this new Japanese game show, which involves putting people in big glass see-through cubes in a bear enclosure.
All I can say to that is, bye.
I
if
mean,
some fucker came up to me and went, "Can we put you in a glass cage and throw you into a bear enclosure?" I would punch the fucker in the face.
I mean, to me, it's very much like they've just watched Jurassic World, watched the 2 lads running around in some bloody glass dome thing, running around through the dinosaurs, and thought, that'd make a great TV show, actually. Let's do it with bears instead. Because, you know, bears won't hurt nobody. Wait a minute, yes they will, because they are the most dangerous land animals.
I was actually watching something the other day, and it was about this boxer, and he's the only boxer in history to knock out a bear. Don't ask me where that popped up, but it was just like, it was just this random thing telling you about this. But I think he's retired. He's always done like, what is it, box cart boxing they call it? When they don't like not the main arena stuff, they always have to go underground to the unlicensed places.
Oh yeah,
because they're deemed too dangerous to really box. And he's the only person in history to punch out a bear officially. So yeah,
I mean the bear's name.
If I was him, I might do it.
I mean the bear's name is Dakota. The game's entitled Predator Shield. And to me, I'd say, yeah, it's not worth the money you're about to pay me, so you can fuck off.
Yeah.
But once again, only in Japan.
Yeah.
It could only ever happen in Japan because the Japanese don't have any concept of the words health and safety.
Pretty much.
To them, a giant bear is basically like sticking kids in with Winnie the Pooh. No, it's not. They're going to die.
Well, I don't know. In Japan, Winnie the Pooh's probably some sexual predator going...
Well, yeah,
it's also a dehydrated dog, apparently. But...
Okay, so that's that. I mean, if you want to read these stories, they're all on the Metro. The links will be in the description. The links will be in the description.
Same below. With the SOMA E3 trailer. I'll put in one of the gameplay trailers, and I'll put in the Mission Impossible
official trailer
link. Yeah.
Okay, so the next story.
This one, I
read this morning, and I just sort of read the title and just went, the fuck? But it's because
the title is Woman Plans to Marry Her Dog After Ex-Husband,
in brackets,
open bracket, a cat, close bracket, dies.
Now
I just want to let them have that sink in a moment. A woman plans to marry her dog after ex-husband, a cat, dies. Just let that sink in for a second. Okay, that's enough.
I mean, I've read the story.
I haven't.
She married the cat 8 years ago. The cat's now dead because he had kidney failure. He was 19 years old. We all know 19's old for a cat. Now, this 41-year-old woman has found love with her dog. I don't want to get into the sexual side of things because if she's shagging animals, she needs a slap.
With a brick.
With a brick, yeah. She's now saying it's too soon to marry the dog just yet, but she will one day hold a ceremony to wed this dog. What's worse is the fact that she actually got ordained to perform wedding ceremonies online so she can marry people to their pets. She said that she will do human marriages as well. She's not just prejudiced, and only doing animal ceremonies. But still, what the fuck are you doing, woman? Get yourself a dick and
not the dogs.
Ride it. You know what I mean? We actually, the Metro... someone's the top commenter is Frank Osaki.
Hello.
And
hi, Frank.
And his is, why not equality for all? No, it's cross species. It's illegal.
It's wrong.
Now we the Metro love doing little surveys at the end of pretty much at the end of every weird news story.
Would you do it? Yes.
Would you do this? And we've clicked no because we wouldn't.
Oh my dear sweet Lord.
Now when we did this first thing this morning, everyone, 100% of people said no. That's now changed to 93% of people said no and 7% have said yes. Now
I really hope those 7% are trolls. I'm joking.
I hope so. And if not, what we need to do is track their IP addresses down and shoot them because we don't need that sort of caper going on. I'm not going to say that, by all means, love what you want, do what you want, but don't go marrying your pets. Don't go shagging your pets. Let's just, stick. They've even got a link to click here to marry your pet in the Metro.
I'm going to click on that.
It's a website of marryyourpet.com.
You know what? I'm going to link this website in the description
just in case you want to. Apparently the BBC Two did a documentary in 2005, according to this website.
Yeah, and you can contact her and... Okay, you can... Yeah, I'll put a link to her website in the description as well.
Apparently it's not illegal to marry your pet and it's not illegal to marry multiple amounts of your pets.
Apparently. Yeah, apparently you can manage... Thing is, that's the thing, it's like... I read something about, what if aliens visited? And it was... Well,
come on,
would the laws apply? Because laws we've written only apply to humans on Earth. Would they, what? There are no official laws for, if extraterrestrials came, and they basically said, what would it be if they did come and see us? And my argument's well, we deal with that then, but these are pets. Pets are involved in our laws.
They also don't have any sort of intelligence where they're able to speak their mind.
Yeah.
How does she propose to this dog? Does she sort of get down on one knee, hand it a treat and go, if you want this treat, will you marry me? And the dog just sort of goes, fuck that, I'll eat the treat anyway. The dog doesn't it's not like the dog's just sort of going there like Scooby going, yes, I'll marry you. It's not going to happen.
What I want to know is, what does she do on date night? Does she put the dog in a tux and take it out? Can this dog walk on hind legs? And how the fuck did it work with the cat when she went out? Did they just take a date on the top of a fence? Or under a car?
How did it even answer? If we're going on nothing else, let's forget the fact that they're animals. Let's go with the fact that if you can't say yes, then it's instantly a no, which means that it's technically rape, which means she's raping these animals as well as marrying them.
Well, she's a woman. She's even if she married a human man, she'd be raping the wallet.
Right. Next story.
Let's just leave that there.
This is a classic NHS blunder.
Thank you, Cameron. And why I'm just on the subject of politicians, America, stop blaming Obama for bloody everything. He's doing better than our politicians. If you want worse, move over here, spend 5 months in a country with David fucking Cameron, and then go back and say you don't want Obama as president. There's my rant.
This story's about Doris Ailing. She's 99.
Hi, Doris.
She's 99 years old. And the hospital sent her a letter saying, we need you to come into the antenatal clinic because you're pregnant. Please bring a urine sample. To her, she probably thought, how the fucking hell did that happen?
She's not had sex in 30 years.
This is just typical. The NHS have instantly gone on the defensive of, we're really sorry. We didn't mean to cause any stress. It was an administrative error in quotations, which basically means that some arsehole got pissed up at the NHS and sent the letters out without looking what he was fucking typing. She's apparently had a good laugh about it. I mean, her children are now pensioners.
To be fair, she looks like she's having a good laugh in the photo.
I mean, her children are now pensioners as well, so it's not even like they could have mistaken it for one of her kids getting pregnant or something like that. It's just typical NHS of, oh shit, we'll send anything out we want because we're the NHS and we don't really give a shit.
They probably meant to send us some kind of letter saying, like, come in for one of them mammograms or things to check.
I mean, it's possibly just the fact that she gave a urine sample and they've sent her a letter out saying, here's the results of your urine sample, and that was supposed to say you're all clear, no worries about it.
And then some poor other woman named Doris, who's probably 43, last chance for kids, is actually pregnant,
and they've just told her that she's not.
Whoop.
But I mean, it says in the article that they even got her date of birth right, so it's not like they accidentally sent it to the wrong place. They actually they fucked up basically. Once again, the link will be in the description. Have a read, see what you think. But I mean, to us, it's just hilarious because I'm pretty sure Doris, when she saw that, was just like, I don't think so. My husband's been dead for like 20 years and my chuff is growing fucking cobwebs. So I'm pretty sure I'm not pregnant, but I'll ring them anyway and just double check.
I mean, to be fair, if she was, that would be an impressive headline.
It would definitely be, a first.
Right. Next one. Horrifying things said in a maternity ward will put you off having kids for life.
Now, some of these are brilliant. Some of these are just sort
basically,
of ridiculous.
This is some woman who works in a maternity ward. A nurse, not just some It's not just some woman who just wanders around the maternity ward for a living.
And this is in the US, and so the Metro even put in what the US call a maternity ward, which is labour and delivery. It's just still a maternity ward, but there you go.
Parents, prepare yourself, parents to be.
So the first one, I mean, I love the picture. They've gone with Christopher Lee as Dracula.
R.I.P., great actor.
Yeah, and the line is, I'm the only one that gets to suck on those.
This disturbing sentence actually came from a new father who didn't want the mama to breastfeed.
Get a life.
Yeah.
He won't be able to suck on them titties anyway, considering the fact he'll get a mouthful of breast milk.
Yeah, and I'm not being funny. I heard that doesn't taste too great. I mean, I don't know.
I wouldn't know. I mean, I don't think I was breastfed. And even if I was, I wouldn't have the memory for it.
I was, but like, I'm thinking because you've got a kid, like, did you ever like have to put it in the bottle and?
Oh yeah, put it in a bottle, but
like, don't you have to like do that and check it's all right?
No, mate. No? You squirt it on your wrist or the back of your hand.
Oh, I don't know why I thought.
No, I'm not going to be sucking breast milk. I thought they advised
you to taste it occasionally. I don't know why.
I don't know what sites you've been looking at, but there you go.
Oh, this is on like TV shows. Like I see them like shake it on the back of their hand.
Some people just I mean, some people they'll put it in the mouth because they go with the theory that if it's in the mouth, then you know how hot it is in your mouth, so you can sort of gauge how hot it'll be in a baby's mouth. But then again, stick it on the back of your wrist. If it's burning your wrist, don't put it in your baby's mouth. And if it's breast milk, it should come out at the right temp anyway.
Yeah, just one.
The next line.
Put an extra stitch in.
Well, I mean, this one here is saying, hey, why celebrate the miracle of the female body? The one that's just pushed a little person out when you could demean it to the level of a sex toy. The quick-witted nurse replied, how small does the doctor need to make it? Basically, this guy was basically saying, can you stitch it up a little bit tighter so my dick feels better inside? And the nurse just basically went, why have you got a small dick? And I'm pretty sure that shut him up.
Yeah, it shut me up.
Indeed.
I mean, I wouldn't say it in the first place.
No.
Well, no, actually, I would, but if that were me, my wife would be well aware I was joking, although is it a wise idea to say that to a woman who's just given birth, still got the pregnancy hormones? Probably not. I'm crazy. Don't do it. Do what I say, not as I do.
Indeed. Right, the next one is, right, now you have vaginus. Now, we've not looked at what vaginus is, but from what the Metro say...
Care provider whose new wants serious lacerations. I'm going to Google this. I'm going to Google this word.
If she's got lacerations, it's more than likely on the vagina. It's like tearing of the vagina, I'm imagining.
Vaginus. The way the vagina... No. No, Urban Dictionary is wrong. Images.
No, I think what it is
it's a split. Yeah, look, it's a split.
It's a split. So instead of having just a separate vagina and anus, you have both. Yeah, a little bit disgusting.
Don't Google it.
Yeah. the next one.
If you put a catheter in me, will my baby be able to come out?
This is obviously said by an idiot. This
Miss Gray.
No,
Miss Gray.
To Miss Gray, who's the nurse who we're reading about here. Was a little bit confused about her anatomy, and the Metro it also included, ladies, you've got 3 holes down there, FYI. I'm hoping you all know that you've got 3 holes down there. If not, pick up a biology book and read.
Never mind a biology book. I think some of them need a bloody dictionary.
Okay, this one to me is absolutely hilarious. Oh, he has a little penis, just like his dad did.
Said by a mother-in-law about her new grandson.
So she's now saying that his dad's got a little dick. I don't want to know how she knows this. I'm pretty sure that's a discussion for the family.
Well, it could... See, just like his dad did, says to me that they might not be together anymore, so it's the mother-in-law insulting the son-in-law, as usually happens in America.
Yes. Either way, it's not the sort of thing that you'd want to hear them say, especially considering the fact that you stood in front of a room in front of probably normally 3 or 4 female staff from the hospital, including your missus. Not really what you want to be listening about.
And trouble is, if there's a man in there because they're short or whatever, because I know sometimes, like, if it's night time, you have to have a man, or you don't have to have a man, but they're like, we're really short, would you mind having a man? And most women these days don't care. So if there's another bloke in there, he's all of a sudden puffed up like a bloody pigeon, stuck his chest out like, my schlong's 6 foot long, love. Come and have a go.
But once again, not something that we'd like to hear. There's a link on the news story to the full blog from Miss Gray.
Who's probably got loads of
we're not going to go through it. The link will be in the Metro page, and the page from the Metro will be in the description. So if you want to have a read through a blog, by all means do. We're not interested by it, though.
Right.
The last story we're going to do from the Metro, we've watched the video. We think the guys that did it are A, geniuses, and B, completely fucking bonkers.
What, would you not like me to do that to you?
No, I would not. Now, the headline for this story is,
That sounded so wrong. Would you not like me to do it to you? And the first word is ouch.
Well, yes, indeed. Now, the headline is, ouch. This is what happens when you rewire a Nerf gun for extra firepower. What these guys did is they took the
standard Nerf gun,
not the manual powered ones. It's an electric Nerf gun with a fan system inside a motor to shoot the pellets out at a reasonable speed.
Yeah.
And what they did is they decided that they were going to add like 7 or 8 AA batteries to this, rewired it completely,
put a new motor in, all the rest of it,
and then all of a sudden the motor that's inside it is squealing its bollocks off because it's completely overpowered. And then he starts shooting his mate with it, and the damage is very similar to that of paintballs.
Yeah, on bare skin.
On bare skin. I mean, I don't like the fact that everyone who has an iPhone 6 now just films everything that they do in slow motion.
Yeah, because the iPhone 6 can do that.
And it's like,
apparently.
yes, we all know that feature. Can you stop doing that? Because I actually want to see what it looks like in normal speed. But neither here nor there. Either way, this guy is getting ripped open by a Nerf gun. I don't advise that you go out and rewire a Nerf gun, but if you do, please send us the video. We'd like to see you getting hurt.
In the description, because you're clearly mental.
But we would like to see you shooting your mates with it, seeing how far you can supercharge it.
May I also suggest, if your friends let you do this, send them to a mental home.
Just a quick disclaimer though, if you do hurt one of your mates, please don't come trying to sue us, because we'll just laugh at you.
We've just told you it exists, not to go and do it. You mental bastard. So yeah, well, that's been everything. So we pretty much decided we're excited for SOMA, even though it seems more like Penumbra than Amnesia.
Yeah.
But it might have the Amnesia.
We're sort of on the fence with Mission Impossible 5
because all it is Tom Cruise's personal porn stash.
Yeah, and we've given you 5 really random news stories that's happening.
The Japanese need professional help. The NHS need a slap.
A woman definitely needs a slap for wanting to marry a cat and a dog.
This nurse is too nosy, and these guys are mental.
Yeah, basically. You've been listening to Callum and Anthony. We are The Bearded Opinion.
Yes, you'll get this every month. Last Saturday of every month. Keep a lookout.
They probably will be shorter than this one.
Maybe not.
This one being the first one, we're just sort of letting the timer run, and we'll see what happens. Thank you everyone for listening.
Any questions? Put them in the description. Maybe we'll have an. If you want us to look at anything next month, maybe you know something's coming out next month. I mean, not next month, but the month after.
So yeah, like we're not talking about send us stuff that's coming out in August. Send us stuff that's coming out in September.
Yeah.
That way, then when we come to filming this, when we come to recording this, even we'll be able to still be in the past rather than jumping into the future, but talking about the past. Yeah. I don't want to get into time continuums, people, but
we're not Doctor Who.
But yeah, let's just keep it.
Sorry, the Doctor.
The Doctor. Although we actually, there was a news story about this. William Hartnell, when the original series, it always came up as Doctor Who, William Hartnell. So anyone who actually calls him Doctor Who is not technically wrong. No. You are wrong by today's standards because in the credits it's just the Doctor.
Yeah, or Doctor.
Or Doctor, yeah.
But anyway, so yeah, like. Not the next one, but the one after that. I might try and play SOMA in that time because I'll have like 3 days before we need to record. Like 3-4 days before the thing needs to go out. So if we try to record like at the end of the week,
yeah,
I can probably get, if I can bash in 2 days and just record non-stop and kill myself. But why the fuck not? It'll be funny.
See, what we'll do is
I might be able to review SOMA for you.
Well, there you go. You see,
maybe.
I mean, we might be able to do that with every game release that we're going to look at over the next however many months we decide to carry this on.
Yeah.
Same with films, when
there's always a new film, there's always a new game, there's always people being idiots in the metro.
Yeah, so...
Any questions, leave them down. Any ideas to discuss, leave them down in the description.
If you just want to call us dickheads, by all means do.
I'll laugh at you as I do my skim of the comments.
I'll laugh at you even harder.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks for listening, peoples. Peace out.
Bye.